Hello guys, welcome to a new video, Kerbal Space Program, again, with me, Wol377. Today I just want to show you how easy it is to get to the moon, or the Mun. It should be relatively easy. I hope it should be at the Space Center, and we're going to start to build. I'm going to start to build our spaceship. So, I'm going to do this nice, quickly and easy. I'm not going to use MechJeb, although, you know, I really want to, because it's just easier, but I won't. So we're going to just have one guy. We haven't put a flag on the moon yet, so this is a really good opportunity for us to do so. And hopefully we can get this guy back as well. So we've got a few mods installed. We've got Kethane installed. It is pronounced Kethane, not Ketane, as I was previously calling it. And what I want here is, I always start off with the same elements really. You definitely need some sort of SAS. So I believe that SAS there, SAS equipped it says at the bottom, so I guess that's SAS, which is good. Probably want 3 of these three of these thruster blocks. I always do it at the back in 3 because then you've got the front clear for steps later on. And we probably want a battery as well. I like the cylindrical batteries that you now can get to go there. Beautiful. And for propulsion on this, we want something that's relatively juicy. Now what do we want? We want some more propulsion. I guess we can have these again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and angle these outwards, because I think that's more stable, but it certainly looks cooler anyway. And on these, what we'll do is we'll put on some thrusters, some smaller looking thrusters, not those, they're huge. There you go. And we'll also put on some quantum struts. So this is a mod, quantum struts mods. And it's basically like struts, except they work on energy. They require energy even, and they're a lot stronger. I always use them to stop anything vibrating itself and destroying the rest of the ship. I also will need one of these, so I can communicate back to Earth when I'm on this ship, on the surface of the moon. Which isn't necessary. We'll take a thermometer as well, so I can show you what the temperature is when we get there. And what else do we need? We've got all of these connectors and stuff. I won't be using those today, I won't need them. But I will need some landing struts. And we'll have 3 of these, and we'll probably put them there. Now, what's really important is to test out stage by stage what's going on. So first thing I'll be testing is making sure that those struts actually reach the ground. So let me just name this ship Mun Flag, because that's the name of the ship today. That's our mission. I'm just going to launch this and make sure those struts hit the ground. So here we are with Dudmal sitting in the cockpit there. And all we're going to do is put down the landing gears. I believe it's G. There you go. And I'm going to press space, and that should release the clamps, and I should fall to the ground. I might actually put a bit of throttle up there. So we go down gently. There we go. So you can see, I can't tell if the struts are on the ground or if this is hitting the ground. Let's just lift off a little bit. I can't lift off. So presumably, okay, yep. This has in fact fallen off because I can no longer right click on it and shut down the engine. And you can see it's there, it's slided, it's separated. So what that's telling us is that this is too low, so we need to go back to the vehicle assembly and correct that. So all we're going to do to correct it is lower these side ones by quite a bit, like that. Now that's way low, so that they should be absolutely fine. I'm a bit worried about how this clips into the fuel thing for that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put on another structural tool to help us. I'm going to put on a structural pylon, and that will go on the structural pylon like that. Is that low enough? Nowhere near low enough, so I'll take the pylon away. God, it is a little bit tricky sometimes to get this working, but it's worth the time and effort to put it in, I think. There you go, look at that, that's perfect. So that's going to be our main lander, which is looking pretty awesome, to be honest. And next what we want is some ladders so our little boy can get out. And I always like these. I mean, I could put down a static ladder all the way down, but these are just cooler. Will he get to the ground? Probably not. Let me put this at the bottom. Why have I still got these attached? Sorry. Okay. So that's definitely going to reach the ground, that one there. I'll move this one down to match. And as you can see, I've got a difference here now, where one of these is just too big, and I don't really like the way it overlaps. So I'm just going to use ladders for the remainder of the journey to there. There you go. I'm also going to push down this SAS because I forgot to put something in there, which is relatively important, which is our stage separator, stack separator, decoupler. We're going to need that for our re-entry because we are going to be coming back, and we're also going to need a parachute. So there you go, I put parachute on there, so on our way back I can decouple that and we can land safely. So that's a good job. So now what we need to do is get us some delta V. So you should know by now, if you've watched my other videos, what delta V is. It's simply a difference in velocity, and you can alter a velocity by acceleration, which is obvious to some and not to others. So what we're going to do here, what am I going to do here? I want this to convert into a larger space shuttle, so I've put on a converter there. Obviously, you know, with the clipping nodes here, I could put that straight on, but it just looks a little bit neater if you've got stuff like that, and it will probably help us later on as well. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to put some quantum struts here in a quad, I think, and they're going to be pointing inwards like that. And what they'll do is they'll help stabilize the whole thing later on. You can never have too many of these, so the more you put on, the better, in my opinion. Don't quite know what I'm doing there. I won't do that just now. Cool, so that's all done. I will put also on some power. So all that's needed is one of these, I think, for this particular craft. I tend to have one and keep it flush with the stack so that it's not too intrusive. That looks pretty cool. And I do like to have some solar panels on as well, so we'll have 2 of these on, just because they look awesome when you deploy them. Cool. What else do we need? I guess we need a mainsail here, and we'll need some more delta V, because that's not going to be enough. So if you do a 5 there of quantum struts, and the same above there, and then you can select structure and come over to your radial decoupler, put that there, and that will give you the means to attach 5 more of these. That's not on straight. Oh dear, oh dear. That looks good to me. And I might just put on another lot there. Now that should be plenty to get us to the moon. There are calculators that you can get to do it, but I just like to put more than enough there, and then if I do make a mistake, it's not going to be the end of the world, because I am only human. Now remember, I'm not going to use MechJeb on this one, so hopefully it's all going to go according to plan. Okay, so now I'm just going to put on my my towers. They're called Launch Stability Enhancers. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I think that's okay. I mean, that looks like an awesome rocket, doesn't it? I just hope that it's got enough stability. And just to make sure it does, I'm going to put on these on the top, which always helps, and just direct them inwards. And I'm not really too bothered about where they end up shooting at. Some are going to be shooting at these, some are going to be shooting at the main stack, but that's good. I mean, that's relatively symmetrical as well, so I'm quite happy with that. So now I'm going to sort out the staging quickly. We want those 3 to burn and that one to burn. I'm just looking at where it highlights on the staging. So that's 4. That's that one there. That needs to be brought down. And I need some fuel pipes to move the fuel from these outer tanks again inwards. Outer tanks inwards. There you go. So what's going to happen is all that fuel will drain into the middle, and that will help us stage correctly. So after these have been burnt out, it will then stage off those, and then eventually stage off that. And when it does that, it's then gonna, oh dear, have all those. What's that one? That's the main one, so that probably wants to be down there as well. Aha! I've used the wrong stack separator. We do not. I suppose when we come back that one could be useful. Yeah, I've used the wrong, these, whatever they are, I've used the incorrect ones. These ones actually will burst if I stage number 1, so I'll try not to do that. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's get this show on the road then. So we'll turn SAS on, we'll throttle up till here, and we are going to launch in 3, 2, 1, go. Good lord. Something's gone wrong. I've never seen that kind of behaviour before. We're going to go back to the vehicle. Right, I don't really know what went wrong there, to be honest with you. That should have gone off without a hitch. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set up some more quantum struts that are going to attempt to reinforce this join here, so we don't get any unusual behaviour. But other than that, everything should be okay. I'm quite surprised that did not work. Okay, so we can try again. Turn SAS on, throttle all the way up to max, why not, and launch. Yeah, something is terribly wrong. I have no idea what. Maybe it just doesn't have enough delta V. I can't believe that though, because I've done flights similar to this and it's been fine. I think there's something going on maybe with these. Maybe these are too high. So it would definitely be worth bringing these down maybe. To this kind of area maybe? And maybe bringing the whole lot down. So that it's you know, just touching the floor. But that should be fine. Very interesting indeed. Okay, here we go. Let's hope we get a bit of better this time. Do you see how it's just hanging in the air there? This is the most buggiest thing I have ever seen. launched, we didn't got enough to V. I think there's something... How very, very odd. It's like these are kind of stuck on the ground. Maybe it's all these quantum struts that I'm using. I honestly don't know what I need to do to change it. Let's try this setup. I'm going to launch that. That is more than enough thrust. I have no idea what's going on. This thing. Okay, I'm going to figure this out, guys, and I'll be back later, okay? Watch the next video, in which case it'll be done. I've kind of failed hard here, so God knows what I've done wrong. But yeah, thanks for watching, and come back to see me actually get this off the ground in the next video. Bye for now.